So, this time we're gonna learn about your name. Yeah, so we're gonna learn what Nova means, Celeste,
Nova
and Jungle.
and Jungle.
Yeah, I think it's important that you know why your name is your name and why we call you Nova, Celeste, Jungle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, what's this? Nova.
Nova.
All right. So Nova also can mean star, right?
Right.
Nova also can mean supernova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star supernova.
Star supernova. That's right. Nova also can mean a comet.
Comet.
You know what a comet is?
Superstar comet.
You know what a comet is?
Yeah.
What is it? Don't put your feet on the table.
Brain.
No, a comet is like one of those.
Astronaut.
No, that's an astronaut, but a comet is what he's holding, and that's a meteor right there. But that's a comet. Nova can also mean a spark, like
Spark
fireworks.
Superhero star.
And then your name can also be associated with a firefly.
Firefly, spark, star, nova, super.
Good job. So
I will do it louder.
good job. So Celeste.
Celeste.
Yeah, that's part of your first name. So you got Nova and then Celeste. All right, so Celeste can mean moon. The moon is part of your...
No superhero, star, moon.
Yeah, so Celeste can also mean the clouds.
Cloud, star, moon.
Celeste can also mean feather.
Feather.
Yeah, like feather from a bird because they're so high in the sky.
Yeah.
Celeste can mean wings, like a bird. Celeste can also mean blue sky.
I can't fly.
Yeah, I know, but Celeste is part of your name. And also Celeste can mean prayer. Prayer, like pray, and then your breath, like breathing. Yeah. And then we got Jungle. Jungle.
Jungle.
Jungle is your last name. That's also your family last name. Okay, so all kiddos and all babies, they have their father's last name. So you're gonna have Baba's last name, which is Jungle. So you will always be a Jungle because you always carry Baba's last name. You carry the father's last name. So your name is Nova, Celeste, and then this is your family name, your Jungle name.
Nova, Celeste, family name.
Yeah, Jungle. Jungle means tree, river, soil.
I'm a river.
Well, jungle is like outside in nature, and outside you may see a river. And you also,
I didn't see a river before.
You've seen a river before. I'll have to show you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's water. River is just water. You got soil. You got animals. You got vines. You got fruits and vegetables. You got bare feet. All of that is...
No, I don't have bare feet.
This is bare feet. You don't have no socks on. So this is jungle. Alright? So
You got bare feet too.
Well, I got socks on. So Nova's name means...
Your bare feet is in their socks.
Yes. Bare feet is a term that you use when you don't wear socks.
Oh.
So, you know what Nova means?
This isn't the bear family. This is bear family.
Big family?
Yeah.
Well, we just starting ours. It's just me and you right now.
Yeah. And Jazz is the bear family too.
Yeah, but Jazz doesn't have Jungle as her last name yet.
What's her last name?
Benton. Because that's her daddy's last name. And all of her sisters that you meet, Jayla and Joey and Jamie, they got their daddy's last name. Because everybody got their daddy's last name. So the only way that someone can take your last name is if you get married or if you have a ceremony.
Can I marry you?
No, not you. Like Goody and Fitz, they're married.
Oh.
Yeah. A little different.
I thought you called my puppy, Pop.
No, he's not my puppy. That's what you call him.
He's my puppy.
Sure, but
He is my puppy.
yeah. So Nova is star, supernova, comet, spark, firefly. Celeste is moon, clouds, feather, wings, blue sky, prayer breath. Jungle is your family name, your last name, and your legacy name. Jungle. It means tree, river, soil, animals, fawns, fruits and vegetables, and pure
Where's
food.
the best daddy?
Thank you, baby. Alright, so we're done with this? Alright, can you erase it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that, and that, and that.
And then I'm
And
gonna do the
those
next one.
things.
Yeah, all of it, please.
And this.
I'm gonna talk about certain emotions next.
Then we to be all done.
Well, we gotta do emotions, and then we gotta do this mirror talk on the wall.
Then we to be all done.
Yeah, but we're taking our time. We're not rushing learning. I don't want to rush learning.
I want it.
Good stuff. Alright, come on.
I don't know where's the eraser.
It's right here. Alright. So, this one is going to be a little interesting, okay? Because we're going to have to do a little role play. Alright, so this one is...
You mean that play?
No, role play. Role play is when I was like, you be Baba, I be Nova. So we do little exercises so I can teach you.
You're a Nova.
No, not right now. We're doing something else. I was just giving you an example. Okay? And can you do me one favor?
Yeah.
Don't touch your feet. All right. Now, when someone's too close, what do you do when someone's too close?
Don't do the way.
Okay, that's a good one. What do you do when someone is too loud?
Don't do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you, okay? I'm gonna teach you some things that you can say. Alright. Okay, so if someone is, matter of fact, you get really close to me. Come on, get real close. That's not okay with me. Alright? That's not okay with me. Alright, can you practice? Alright, I'm gonna try to get close to you.
Get away from me, please.
That's one. That's okay. You can say get away from me, please, but also you can say that's not okay with me.
That's not okay with me.
Okay? Say that's called boundaries. Alright, you can also say what if that person's older than you? Like bigger, right? And then someone's too close to you, you know what you can say? Alright, come to me. Let's practice. My no still counts even though you're older. Okay? Alright, so do it again. My no still counts even though you're older. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so that means even though you're older, I still say no. Okay? That's how you Alright, so my turn.
My clothes is even older.
That's okay. You can say, keep practicing. You say, no, my no still counts, even though you're older.
Okay.
Alright?
No, my name keep
It's okay.
counting even older.
Okay, so you could say, no, that's somebody upstairs.
I thought that was Jazz.
Okay, we can practice certain things. Alright, Nova, you're playing too much. I need you to focus here.
Okay.
Alright, come close to me. Excuse me, I want some space.
Okay.
Alright, come and do it again. Excuse me, I want some space.
Okay.
Alright,
Excuse me, I want some space.
where are your hands? Your hands gotta move me out the way. Not push me, you don't wanna push them. You just kinda wanna, like, protect yourself a little bit because remember, you don't want them to get too close. So come to me. See, just a little touch. Like, excuse me, I don't want you that close. All right, come on.
Excuse me, I don't want you that close.
Good job. Here's another one. Come to me. Please give me some space. You're too close.
Okay.
Do it again. Please give me some space. You're too close.
Okay.
All right.
Please give me some space and you too close.
Yeah, good job. Alright, alright, here's another one. Come on. You're in my personal space.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay.
Alright, do it again. You're in my personal space. Back up.
Okay.
Alright.
You are my personal space. Back up.
Good job. You gotta, so if I'm coming too close, I'm in your bubble. So you don't want me in there. So hold on. You be like, you're in my personal space.
You are my personal space.
Back up.
Back up.
Good job.
Look, I missed that.
Good job. Alright. So, do you know what the feeling awkward is?
No.
Okay, let me see if I can find the word awkward in here.
I'm coming for sure.
I don't know if I can find the word awkward. So awkward is I don't have like a image for it, but awkward is like,
oh, but remember we saw Uncle Emmett.
yeah, yes, I get it. Let's focus. Okay, so awkward is something that makes you uncomfortable. You know, like when you're around friends or when you're around kids and one of the kids are a little weird or like, not necessarily weird, but like the energy, the feeling that you get when you're around them is different. You know how sometimes...
Are we gonna do that?
Yes, but I need you to listen, okay? Do you know how sometimes when you're around kids, you feel happy?
Yeah.
And you know sometimes when you're around kids, you feel not happy, but you feel kind of different. You know, when sometimes you be around friends, you may feel different. But let me give you a scenario. All right. All right. So say it's you and somebody from daycare, and then you have another person from daycare, and y'all are all talking, right? All right. So say
And Ashley was there.
okay. Alright, so these are all your kiddos. Say one kid walks over here and starts talking. That kid walks over here and says, hey y'all. And then all of y'all start talking. And it's like, hey, how you doing? Hey. Alright? And then all of a sudden, somebody says something, and you're like, I wouldn't have said that. Or you know how some kids say things that you're not supposed to say?
Yeah.
You know how some kids do things you're not supposed to do? Yeah, so let me show you what you should say. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, say this is Nova right here. What's something that kids do or say that you shouldn't say or do? Can you think of something? What are certain things that you hear that you may think that you shouldn't say? Or what are some things that kids do that you're like, I don't want to do that? Can you think of anything that kids do that you say, I don't want to do that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's say a kiddo was like, let's throw dirt at people.
Kiara don't stand at me.
Okay, alright, but look, check this out. Say somebody wants to make fun of somebody. Okay?
Okay.
You know what make fun of somebody is? Yeah, focus. Nobody's coming through that door. Focus.
Now the thing my photo looks like. You can see it.
Focus.
Okay.
Alright. So if a kid's like, hey, let's be mean, or hey, let's get in trouble, then you can say something like, I'm all done with this combo. I'm all done. Alright? You can say that. You say, I'm all done. I'm all done with the combo. I'm about to leave. I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Alright? You also can say, sometimes if you're over here and it's really weird or it's like uncomfortable and you see some more people over here, say you see like another group of people, Nova can say, hey, I'm gonna go over here with these people. Okay?
Okay.
So if you're ever with a group of people and they do stuff that you don't want to do, you can say, you know what? I think I'm gonna go over here to some more other friends, okay?
Okay.
But sometimes you may not have these friends over here. And sometimes you can say, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out by myself. Just me. And that's okay. No, we can be by ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody walks over, or you have another person walk over, and they're like,
I want to try to make a person.
well, that's a stick person, so that's not like a real person. You want me to help you draw a real person? Or help you draw a stick person? Come on. Alright. Before we get sidetracked, let's keep focusing.
I want to try to make a person.
Alright, well the first thing you should probably do is make a lollipop first. That's how you can make a person. So a lollipop start with like this. Look at Baba. A circle, that's a lollipop. But no. You don't want your circle down here because your legs can't go nowhere. You want your circle up here somewhere. Alright, now draw your line for your lollipop. All the way down. Alright, look, stop. Wait. You got your lollipop?
Yeah.
Alright, so look. You know what a V is? You know what a V is? Can you, no. Do it right here. Show Baba what a V is. Alright, perfect. So, essentially what you're gonna do is do a V there, and then you're gonna do an upside V there. Okay, alright. So hold on. So this is your V, and this is your V. And then you can trace it if you want. And that's how you make a stick person. Yep. Easy peasy.
And eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make eyes on yours. I made eyes on yours.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so when someone's not being sweet, what do you say to them?
I don't want to do that.
That's what you say?
Yeah.
You also can say, that's not funny to me. You say that?
That's not funny to me.
Yeah. You can also say, kindness costs nothing. Can you say that one?
Kind of caught nothing.
Hey. Thank you. You can also say,
Can I have that one? And I have.
you can also say, I don't vibe with that energy.
I don't find with that energy.
Yeah. I don't vibe with that energy.
I don't find with that energy.
All right. Give me this. So, say you have a group of friends, right? And you come over, Nova, you come over, and you say, hey, can I play? And they say, no. You know what you can say?
No.
No, that's okay. Look, if you go over there and you want to play with friends and they don't want to play with you, this is what you can say. I'm different, and that's my superpower. Yeah, so they say no, you say, I'm different, that's my superpower. I'm okay being alone. Okay?
But then we can play with someone else.
Or you can go and play with someone else. Yeah. So if they say no, you can go and be by yourself, or you can go find some more friends.
Yeah. Like Leonard.
Maybe. But look, Leonard could be doing Leonard stuff. Leonard could be having fun with somebody else. Or Leonard could be playing and doing stuff that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to be by yourself and keep yourself happy. Sometimes you don't need other people to be happy. You can just be by yourself and be happy.
And sometimes I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to be by yourself. Me neither. But sometimes I like being by myself because I don't want everybody talking to me sometimes.
Me neither.
Yeah. So sometimes I like to be by myself.
I get this.
Yeah, but sometimes I like to be with a couple people, and sometimes I like to be with a lot of people.
Sometimes I like to be a lot of people too.
Alright.
High five.
Okay, so when you want to speak up, what do you say? When someone isn't listening, what do you say?
I'll talk out louder.
Good job. You can also say, can I share a thought? Say that.
Can I share a thought?
See, that was good. Let's put the stop one so we don't mess. Make it nice and dry. I don't want it to be dry. Alright, say, can I share a thought?
Can I share a thought?
So, you can also say, I'd like to say something.
I like to say something.
Yep. So, when you're asking for help, you can also say that too. So when you're asking for help,
Mariah keeps running away from me. but I want to play with her.
Same thing. Sometimes.
And then Mariah, then Mariah.
Alright, okay. Look, if these things happen, so this could be Mariah here. Or this would be one of the girls, and you chasing her and she's running from you. She doesn't want to play. So then Nova can be by herself. Nova doesn't have to play.
I don't want it to be by myself.
Alright, well then you can always go and find some friends. But everybody that you play with don't always want to play with you. Just like you don't always want to play with everybody else. Okay? Everybody wants to do their own thing sometimes, and other times they want to do things together. Sometimes they want to be with two people. Sometimes they want to be by themselves. Sometimes they want to be with a group of people. Okay? Alright.
Remember we saw otters?
Yeah. Remember what I said about your touching your feet and touching your mouth. Alright. Now, we got some more. You ready? How do you know when someone's angry?
When we don't play with them.
Okay. Can you show me what angry looks like? Yeah, that's really good. You also, sometimes when people are angry, they tight their fists up sometimes, okay? So, something that you can do when you feel angry, if you ever feel angry, guess what you can do? Say it out, don't shout it out. So that means if you ever get angry, sometimes it's cool to remember certain things, like anger is fuel. I use it to cool.
And this is...
Yeah, I know. These are actually your, let's see if we can find it.
That's angry.
Right, that is angry. So,
Or we can do it.
yeah. So when you feel angry, what can you do? If you feel angry, what can you do to help? What can you do to help when you get angry? Well, no. Sometimes you can take a break. Okay? So look at me. If you're ever angry, you can take a break. You know what take a break means? Well, yeah, that too. But take a break also means walking away. Like, okay, let me give you an example.
Like this.
Yeah. All right, come back. Good job. Another thing you can do is you can talk to the person who made you angry. Okay?
Okay.
You can talk to them and say, hey, I don't like how you made me feel. Okay?
Okay.
Or you can walk away and take a break. And then you can do a deep breath in your nose, out your mouth. You do that a few times, and then you can come back. All right? Now, do you know what worried is? When you're worried, do you know what worried looks like? Worried is kind of like if you bite your nails. That's when you're worried. That's when you're like thinking about something. You're worried, okay? So if you're ever worried, something that you can do, in your nose, out your mouth. Take a deep breath, okay? Another thing that you can do when you're worried, you can tell an adult. You say, Hey, I'm feeling worried. Okay? And when you're worried, like that, that means that you got your brain inside. That means that the person that's talking inside of there is really loud. It's like really loud inside your head.
What were you doing?
When you're worried, that's an emotion. That's a feeling. Worried is a feeling. And you're usually worried if you're going like this and you're kind of nervous. All right? So if you ever get nervous, you can always talk to someone. Take a deep breath, and then you can always tell someone like, hey, I think I'm feeling worried a little bit. Okay?
Or a lot.
Or a lot, that's right. So do you know what embarrassed means? You know what that feeling is?
No.
Okay, so this is what embarrassment feels like. Or looks like. Yeah, but there's so many examples. Let me give you another example. So, alright. So say you got all your kids playing, right? All the kids, right? And then y'all are playing, and then one of them slips up and falls. And then everybody starts laughing. This person who fell is probably feeling...
It was Amari.
I don't know. You could be anybody you want. But
I
if that...
wanted to be Amari.
Okay. And this person falls, and everybody's laughing, which is not nice, but they're laughing.
Is it with me, too?
I don't know, but I'm just giving you a story. This is just a fake story, a pretend story to help your brain, okay?
Okay.
All right. So say you got people, and then y'all are all playing, and then someone falls, and then people laugh at them. Ha, 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 ha. The person that fell is probably feeling embarrassed because people are laughing at them. And they fell, and it's kind of embarrassing. Kind of like if you was to pass gas in front of all your friends.
I think he did that.
But I'm just saying, that's just an example. So if you're ever embarrassed, you know what you can do?
With me eyes.
No, but it's just pretend. I'm just doing the...
I want to do eyes on that.
So, if you are the person who fell and people are laughing at you, typically somebody will probably maybe cry right here. But you don't have to cry. I'm going to give you something else you can do. You ready?
Yeah.
So if you ever do something and people are laughing at you and you feel embarrassed, something that you can do, they're like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. You know what you can do? You can go, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. You can laugh too.
I can laugh at them.
Well, you can laugh at yourself. So they're laughing at you, this person's laughing at you, and this person's laughing at you. So now you feel embarrassed, but to help with your embarrassment, it's better to just laugh too. So if I was to fall like this, like, and then you laugh at me, and I just laugh too, and I get back up.
And you laugh at me.
Well, no, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me for falling. I'm laughing at myself for falling.
I will fall.
If you want to. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So something else you can do, if somebody laughing at you, you could say, stop, it's not funny. You could say that too, but that's more mean. Well, that's more like you don't like people laughing. Sometimes it's better to just laugh too. Something else you can do, you can just get up and walk away. Okay?
Okay.
All right? So you can laugh, You can say stop, or you can get up and walk away. Okay?
Okay, I want to try. Stop! I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, good job. And then you just be by yourself for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's called embarrassment, okay? And we're moving along. We're almost done before we go to the mirror.
Then we can get my cupcake. And you can get your own cupcake.
Alright, so confused. Do you know what confused looks like? Okay, so confused is, yeah, it's when you don't know something. Confused is like, Nova, what's 10 times 10?
It's 10 times 10.
Do you know? Yeah, so you may be a little confused because you don't know yet. So if you're in a situation and you're talking to someone, right? You're talking to someone and then they say something and you like, huh? You know what you can say?
What is that?
I'm about to tell you. You could say, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Say that again. I don't hear you.
Right. Or you can say, can you say it a different way
You say it a different way.
so I can hear you clearer?
So I can hear you clear. Baba.
Mm. Do
You
you,
say,
I know. Do you know what jealous is? You know what jealous is?
no.
Alright, let me give you a situation. So jealous is whose birthday?
That was quite years.
Okay, so that's birthday, right? Alright, and this is another person. And this person gives him a present, right? For his birthday. And then somebody is like, I want a present,
Yeah.
but it's not their birthday. So they're a little jealous because they want a gift. They want the present, but it's not their birthday. So they're a little jealous. They're like, oh, I want that. That's called jealousy.
Yeah.
That's not that good. Jealousy isn't good, okay?
Okay.
You don't ever want to be mad that somebody else got something. You just say, oh, it's okay. That's cool. I'm happy for them. Because you're going to get your own gifts one day. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Nova got gifts too. So that's what jealousy is. Jealousy is like, hey, hey, do you want to go and get some ice cream? And then, all right, so this is another thing. Here's another example. So say this is mom,
Mom.
and say this is kiddo.
Kiddo.
All right, and then say this is mom,
Mom.
and say this is kiddo.
Kiddo.
All right, so kiddo says, hey mom, can we go get some ice cream? Mom says, yes. Happy, right?
Right.
Kiddo says, mom, can we get some ice cream? Mom says, no. So they go and get some ice cream. And then
Who did he get?
nothing. So now this kiddo is jealous because he wants some ice cream.
And he?
Well, no, that's the mom. So the mom said no. But the kiddo is jealous because he wants some ice cream like the other kid. So that's what jealous is sometimes. When you want something that somebody else has and you can't get it. But jealousy is something that you work on. Okay.
to get a cupcake.
Well, no, we gotta finish with the. We're done with this. You ready to go to the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All you gotta do now is talk. These are called your mirror affirmations.
I love myself.
Well, yeah, that too. But we're gonna do some other stuff.